Hi, Kim Raynor here. Welcome to episode 61 of All About Spirit's Life After Cancer. And I created this show to help people navigate the transition from active treatment to what life looks like after cancer. Whether you are 2 days after your last treatment or 10 years after your last treatment, there are bumps and bruises and things that go on that we need support and help with. And I created this show to help people navigate the process that was really, really difficult for me. So today is episode 61, and the title of today's show is 5 Steps for Spiritual Survival. And it's based on the work of Gabriel Bernstein. And in her work, she talks about 5 steps. The first is praying for what is in the highest and best good for all. The second step for spiritual surrender is to focus on what's thriving in my life. The third is to perceive obstacles as detours on the right direction, when I'm headed in the right direction. The fourth is to ask for signs that I am on the right trail. The fifth is when you think you've surrendered all that you can, surrender some more. So I'm going to talk about this in the context of my own life and what it means for me to pray for what is in the best and highest good of all parties concerned. Sometimes it's really easy to get trapped in the idea that I know what's best for me, and I start praying for what I want and start praying for what I need or what I think I need. Or even worse, I start deliberately taking actions to try and manifest or create exactly what I think should go on in my life. And sometimes I'm really successful at that, and sometimes I'm not. So if I can get back into the spiritual space where I say, okay, God, this is what I think that I should be doing. Help me align my will with yours. Help this situation turn out in the way that's going to be the best for all possible parties concerned. Because I don't get to see around corners. I don't know what's going to necessarily be in my best interest. So allowing the opportunity for God to get in or Spirit to get in and create what's best for everybody is always the best bet. And that works when I'm looking at my health issues, if I'm looking at healing from cancer. It also works if I am looking for a new job or if I have something else that's going on in my life. It is an opportunity for me to say, yes, I have to take boots on the ground action. There are things that I need to do, but I am absolutely going to put the outcome in your hands, and I want that outcome to be what's best for everybody. So that's the first step in spiritual surrender. The second step in spiritual surrender is to focus on what's thriving in my life. And that can be really challenging when you're in the midst of a health issue, or you just lost your job, or you have a relationship that's falling apart. Finding a way to say, yes, this part of my life is not working, right? If it's cancer, these cells in my body are not working right. But you know what? I have a million other cells in my body that are working just fine. If I'm looking at a relationship ending, right? I have this particular relationship that's ending, but I have all these friends and I have all these other people in my life that still care about me and that are still a part of my life. So can I find a way to shift my focus on the things that are working? Maybe I'm in fear of not having enough money. I'm in fear of not being able to pay my bills. Can I shift my focus from, I don't have enough money to pay these medical bills, to, I have enough to eat today. I have food in my refrigerator. I have a place to sleep tonight. So can I shift my focus to what's working in my life? That's step 2. Step 3, which is really challenging, it's one of the harder ones. It's to look at the obstacles in my life as detours on the right path. When I'm in the right path, when I'm in the right direction, and something comes up and it feels like a roadblock or it feels like an obstacle, can I look at that and say, oh, you know what? This is an opportunity for me to gain clarity. This is an opportunity for me to identify more clearly what I want, because I'm definitely experiencing what I don't want. Can I take those obstacles rather than saying, why is this happening to me? Why is God doing this to me? Why is my life unfolding this way? Can I take those experiences and say, huh, clearly I'm supposed to be learning something from this. I'm heading in the right direction. I'm still on the right path, but clearly I'm supposed to be getting from this. Is my illness giving me an opportunity to get closer to God because I spend more time in prayer and contemplation? Is my financial trouble giving me the opportunity to reprioritize the things that are important in my life? Am I finding that I've collected too much stuff over the years? Am I finding that I have things in my life that are no longer necessary, right? So can I take those obstacles rather than looking at them and saying, these are roadblocks, this is horrible? Can I look at them and say, oh yeah, they're just detours, helping guide me into the direction that I am best traveling to? Step 4 is to ask for signs that I am on the right path, and then to literally say thank you for the signs. I have a great story. I have several great stories, actually, of times that I got signs from the universe that said, yeah, you're on the right path, or yeah, no, this is not what you ought to be doing. One of the signs when I was going through my cancer treatment, I was told, get your affairs in order. This is really bad cancer, and this is what's going to happen. This is what's going to unfold. I had a cat that got sick at the same time that I was diagnosed, and they said that I should put my cat down. And I didn't want to put her down until my son had an opportunity to say goodbye to her. So I brought her home and I put her on fluids, and she got better. She started eating again, and she lived for another 5 years. So my sign from that was, don't take everything that the doctors say as gospel. They don't always know what the truth is. They can't always predict what's going to happen. So don't take it as truth, right? I asked for a sign, and it was presented to me in the form of my cat. I also had signs that were presented to me in nature, right? In dragonflies showing up in my life, and lots of them while I was going through my cancer treatment. And in Native American culture, dragonflies mean things are not always as they seem. They're illusion. So I asked for a sign. What am I supposed to be getting out of this? What am I supposed to be navigating from this? And in both cases, the sign came through animals. One through my cat that says, the doctors don't know everything, so don't give up hope. And the second was that things aren't always as they seem. So asking for signs and then saying, thank you, God. Thank you, universe, for showing me the truth about the universe and the way this unfolds, for allowing the mystery and the spirit to still be present. And then the fifth step in that is, when you think that you've surrendered all that you can surrender once more. When I talk about what my surrender was like, quitting my job, actually not being able to go back to work, quitting school, losing my financial security the way that I had been financially secure. Those things to me felt like peeling off my skin. I was literally stripped down to the bare bones of what my life looked like. And it was a constant form of surrender. And when I got to the place that my shell was completely empty, that I was stripped of all of the ego and all of the personality and all of the things that I thought that I had held as truth for all of those years, when I was stripped from those places, that's when Spirit was able to get in and to start rebuilding me. That's when I was able to get to the place to say, okay, I'm out of ideas. I'm exhausted. I'm out of thoughts and ideas. I have no other plan for how to navigate this. And then out of that devastation, out of those surrenders is where certainty comes. It's recognizing that, even though I felt like I wasn't okay, I felt like I wasn't taken care of, the truth is that I really was taken care of, that things really were okay. Even though it wasn't okay in a way that I thought, it was still okay. So when I get to the place where I can continually surrender, right? I can continually say, I put this in your hands, universe. Let this work out in your highest and best good, right? It takes me back to the first step of that process. And when I can rest into the certainty that everything is going to work out exactly as the way it's supposed to, for the best and highest of all parties concerned, then I can wait. I can relax and I can wait for the process to unfold, and I can do that without anxiety. I can do that without stress. I can do that just trusting that I am going to be okay, that the world is going to take care of me. And, this becomes the spiritual foundation. And it means I don't have to flail around. I don't have to feel like a drowning person. I can just relax and trust into it. I can find safety and security in the uncertainty. I can relax into the knowing that the universe and God is going to take care of me. So, Gabriel Bernstein, thank you for your beautiful book and your work and the 5 spiritual steps to surrender, praying that the outcome is what is in the highest and best for all concerned. Focusing on what's thriving in my life, recognizing that obstacles are detours on the right path, asking for signs, and then thanking the universe for giving me the signs that I'm asking for. And then when I reach the point of surrender, to surrender one more time. So, I hope that you found something helpful in this. And, whether you're a cancer survivor or you have something else going on, we are going to surrender. We are going to have spiritual experiences. We're going to have cause and reasons to navigate processes like this. If you are looking for some help along these lines, I have a program that I'm doing on Wednesday, December 19th, called Healing the Trauma of Cancer. It's going to be at 6 p.m. Central Time. You can find tickets for that on Eventbrite. And also, if you're a cancer survivor and would like to share your story, because we know that healing happens when we share our stories and we're helpful to other people, we also know that reading other people's stories and experiences is helpful to us. So if you'd like to participate in 1,000 Cancer Survivor Stories and be part of my book, and part of my blog and part of the healing movement, you can reach out to me at 1000 Cancer Survivors at allaboutspirit.com, and we'll help you get started on that process. So I hope that you found something useful in today's show. If you did, please like it and share it. If there's somebody in particular that you know could benefit from this work, please share it specifically with them. Leave your comments and thoughts below, your experiences on how you practice these tools and how you do the work. Leave it below in the comment section on below this video. And until we have a chance to talk, I hope that life treats you well. Bye for today.